Hey guys, it's Adam, aka Swimmingbird, and welcome back to this week's Snapshot. This is 12W32A for Thursday, August 9th, 2012, and there are a lot of new features. This is for 1.4 now. We're done with 1.3. 1.3 is out, but we're in 1.4, and you're probably already wondering what is going on behind me. Why am I smelly? But that will all be explained in good time. Now, let's get going. You'll notice this block down here. Now this is a work in progress block. It's just called that for now. It doesn't have a name, but it does a bit of enchanting or a buff, if you will. There are different tiers to it, and we can head right in. I'll just right click it. There's no recipe yet, and it gives off light and this beam when it's activated. This beam is basically lightning just made permanently coming down. It doesn't have the effect of lightning, so don't worry, you won't get hurt by it. Now, it gives you a buff, and it will have a 16 block range at minimum, and each tier that you go up, and you can see all 4 tiers here, it will add 8 blocks, so the biggest tier at the end will have quite a bit of range for you. Each layer here, it doesn't have to all be the same material, but each layer needs to be the same material, and it can only be made of iron, gold, diamond, or emerald right now. And they all actually have the same effect, so you're probably going to, as of right now, you're probably going to want to just build it out of iron because why waste all that other stuff? Because for tier 4, you're going to need 164 blocks, which is 1,476 individual emeralds in this case, so no one's going to want to do that. But let's head over here and click. Now this is the interface, and here are the effects. You can see speed, which we've normally got in the game that you can do potions with. Haste, which basically would be like efficiency for when you're digging. But then there's a few other effects like resistance. You can only get that right now from golden apples, I believe. And jump boost. This is an effect that you can't even get right now in the game, which is pretty cool. It makes you jump higher. And strength is on the tier 3, and then tier 4 has regeneration, and then you also get a second tier of one of the other ones that you choose. So this is pretty cool. If you want to change which one is currently activated, like this one I believe currently has speed activated, you have to put an ore in here of any of these types to change it. And this again is a work in progress, but it's basically just going to be like a static buff that you could probably put somewhere in your area where your base is. I've got one in the house over there in this village, and you can see the light coming through. It won't activate from what I've seen unless you let it shoot up to the sky. So you could build it underground, but you need a way for it to shoot up, I guess, for it to activate. But it's kind of a cool buff, and you can actually layer this, and as you can see, I've got a bunch of different buffs. I can jump down here and kind of show you the jump boost. If I jump, it's a pretty big jump compared, like it doesn't look that much bigger, but it does jump you a bit higher. You can't, unfortunately, you can't jump 2 blocks with it. I tested that out. Maybe you could jump a fence block with it. I haven't tried that. Let's try that and see if I can jump this fence. Yep, you can jump a fence, which I believe you can't normally do with your normal jumping power. So that's kind of cool. You're like a little horse jumping around. But anyways, that is the work in progress block. Let's move on now. I've got the redstone command block, and if you've been following some of the news, the other videos I've done, you'll have seen this already, but not in-game. Now this is for OPs only. Server admins can use it, and they can turn it off entirely. You don't have to use it. Right now you have to do a give command, and it is ID 137, and you can see it pop out. There it is. And this block is basically for doing server commands, but in-game. Now I'll show you a little example here. I've got this one hooked up to a weather command that you'll see in the text there, and it's going to turn on rain and a thunderstorm for 30 seconds is how long I've got it programmed. And if I right click, you can see, 10 seconds. So it's going to be done here pretty quickly. We might see some thunder, but it's so short that we might not. But yeah, that's one of the examples. You can do weather, you can change the difficulty mid-game, you can change your spawn, and you can change game rules, like if mobs are going to spawn, if you can get loot from mobs, if blocks will drop when you break them, if mobs can actually grief your stuff. Like you could change, I believe, if Endermen can pick blocks, or creepers can blow up stuff, and if fire can ignite. Basically all the stuff that admins typically do on the server you can do in-game, mid-playing, you know, which can work really well for adventure maps, I think. Now this one I've got set up. This will teleport me to these coordinates over here, and I'll just do that right now. Bam! I'm over here in the village. That's a pretty useful thing. I could see a lot of people liking to put on their servers because then you can just teleport to places instantly. You don't have to use any plugins or mods and stuff to do that because it's in-game. But let's move on to some of the more interesting, in my opinion, stuff. Now, villages have been significantly improved, and they're more self-aware, the little villagers here. Now, if you have a village that's desolate, like there's no villagers in it, or maybe you want to just start your own village, you can't find a village somewhere, you could start your own. Now, Jeb has made it so that villagers, I believe, will spawn. He hasn't said for certain, but the idea, I think, is that they will spawn in villages that you make. So just build houses with doors and stuff, and maybe villagers will start showing up. I'm not sure the exact way that he plans this right now, but it's supposed to be in the game currently in the snapshot that we've got going on. So you don't have to go find a villager. I know how hard it is to try to find a village. It took me like 10 minutes to find this one of flying around even. And if you find a village and the villagers are all dead, that always sucks. So that's pretty cool. And now villagers are a little smarter. They can like or dislike you. Now, let's go down here and try to trade with one of them. See if I can get the like command. Now, wheat. That's pretty easy to do, right? That is in, here we go, materials. Let's give this guy some wheat and see if he will like us. We'll just do this and get a bunch of emeralds. Now we'll see if he gets his little effect. Now, see that green spark? That means that he likes us. That guy just jumped out of the wall. The normal purple stuff means that we opened up another trade, but the green spark means that he likes us. So one of the effects of the villagers liking you is that they will now offer permanent trades. Remember before Jeb took out trades being persistent, they'll always get overwritten by new trades eventually. Well, now those are back in. Eventually the villagers might lock out a trade. There'll be like a little X over this arrow here. But if you trade with them in other ways, like just do different trades here, like if this got blocked out, the wheat, I would just trade the shears and maybe it would open up the wheat. So now if you really like a villager and he has a good trade, protect him because he will offer that trade again later. It's not gone like in current 1.3. But the other side of this is the dislike system. Now if you beat up villagers, which I guess I can try here and see if I can get the effect, they will get pissed off. You see that? Oops, I just broke that door. You see that little pissed off like rage cloud, and I believe if I hit him long enough he probably won't offer anything here. I can just try hitting him a bunch and see if this guy will get pissed off at me, and if they get killed, let's see if they are mad. It's not enough yet for him to get pissed off to where they're not going to trade with me. But eventually they will stop trading with you, so you don't just want to kill them. And also, villagers will dislike you if you don't protect them. So indirectly trying to kill them with lava or having a skeleton shoot them or something like that to kind of kill them without you having to do the deed yourself, that is a way that the villagers will dislike you. You need to protect them. They're your friends, so don't kill them and if you want to trade with them. But if you don't really care, you can, go ahead and kill them. But the new dislike and like system is making the villagers a little more interesting, and here you go, have that melon, and a little more lifelike. So I'm going to see if I can get a baby villager here, and I will be back as soon as I confirm that I have a baby, because I'm going to need him for the next step. So I will be right back, guys. Alright, we're back, and we got a little baby running around now. What I'm going to show you here may shock some of you. This is the new zombie villagers. Now, villagers on normal difficulty have a 50% chance of getting infected, and on hard they have a 100% chance of getting infected. And they can even make baby zombies. So let's start getting these guys infected with zombies. And there's one already right there. You can see them. The zombie villagers will sometimes spawn in place of normal zombies. And there's also an armored zombie. I will go into that in a minute, but right now let's just observe the zombie apocalypse, and I'll see if I can get this little guy infected, because we want to see a baby zombie. I have actually yet to see one in-game yet, so let's see if we can get one. Baby zombies are a lot tougher. They're 50% faster than normal zombies. They don't burn in the sun, and they also don't age. So they will stay horrible all their life. Now I'm on hard difficulty, so that means that, there he is, there's a baby zombie. And look how much faster he is. He's running around. Now the villagers are all infecting other villagers. This is because I'm on hard mode, and it is 100% chance. And the golem, I'm going to make sure he doesn't hurt my baby zombie, because I want the baby zombie to survive and kill. And there he goes. His little legs are moving. Right now zombies aren't burning in daylight because there's a little glitch in the snapshot, but that will be fixed. Now, here's the problem with zombies infecting villagers. Villages can get overrun very easily, and this whole place is going to be pretty much swarmed and covered before I'm even done with the sentence, maybe. Especially with that little baby zombie. He is really going to town on those guys. The golems are going to have a hard time protecting this place, especially if I kill the golem. But never fear, because now that villages can be replenished, you could probably recover from this. But just be very careful. You're going to want to keep good track of your villagers and make sure you protect them, because these new zombie villagers are going to take out their once friends and eat their brains. So just be very careful with that, guys. This is the new head on them, as you've seen. It's just the villager head retextured. I think it's hilarious, and I love it, and it's on the little zombie now. He's got that giant Frankenstein Squidward head. So these are the zombie villagers, and it looks like almost all the villagers are already dead thanks to these guys. So that was pretty cool, right? Now, you probably saw at least one of those guys. I can spawn a lot more zombies till we get some more, but you saw the one guy had leather armor on, and a couple of these guys have shovels. Now, Dinnerbone has been doing a lot of work. He's the one who's been implementing a lot of these zombie changes, and he's made it so that rare loot, including new rare loot like armor, will actually be visibly displayed on zombies, skeletons, and zombie pigmen. Now there we go, we got a full chain zombie. Now this is how you will know that a zombie is going to drop something. Now it's still rare, like I could kill this guy here and he might not drop the chain, but I can try. Nope, he didn't drop anything. So there's a percentage that they'll drop it, but they probably won't most of the time. But this still means, though, that you can tell what zombies and skeletons and pigmen are going to drop stuff, so you can hunt them down. Now, zombies and skeletons, and I believe pigmen too, will wear different types of armor. Like you saw them in leather, but they can even wear diamond or gold or iron or chainmail, any of that. So you could get a diamond armor drop from a zombie, which is pretty cool. And they'll have different levels of durability. Now you have to see a zombie, like this zombie is carrying a shovel, so he is the only zombie here that will, along with the other one, who will probably drop a shovel. So that's how you know what zombies and other mobs will drop stuff. Now skeletons can have enchanted bows, as they did before, but they will show that they have an enchanted bow. And the same with zombies with swords along with shovels. But now zombies can have diamond swords and different types of swords too. Pigmen have a higher chance of having an enchanted gold sword, I believe. But the same goes with them for armor. So if you're lucky, maybe you'll see a full diamond armored zombie and get a diamond armor drop there. They're just kind of going to town on that house. I think there's a villager in there somewhere, and I don't know if we can... Yep, there he is. He's stuck in there, and they're not getting in because the door is blocked. But yeah, this is a cool way to get drops, and actually makes the zombies and skeletons and stuff look a lot cooler. But I'm not sure if it affects their actual durability and damage, like how much damage they can take right now, if any, you know, or how much they can dish out. But it is still a pretty cool thing. Alright, so one thing over here I can show you. Now let's get away from the zombies. Oak trees, when they spawn, the large super trees, the logs will actually be sideways on the branches, so those will look a lot better. That's just a quick thing. And look, we have a new potion down here. This is night vision. This is another effect like the jump effect on these little ziggurat things. It's an effect that has been in the game since potions were introduced, but never actually implemented, so you couldn't get it till now. Now I'm going to set time, set night. And now this is what the brightness normally will look like at night, and I can actually go in and set my brightness down to moody, because this is really going to help people who like to play on moody. Now this is what it normally looks like, pretty dark, you know, even with the glow of those cool pyramid ziggurat things. But let's try our night vision potion, and bam, everything is pretty much as clear as day. You can see really far and very easily, even on moody, and then if I set it back up to bright, it's probably super bright. Jeez, yeah, it basically looks like daylight with the night vision potion on. So that is pretty cool. You can't craft them as of yet, but I'm sure it will be in there in the future. And that is pretty much it for stuff this week, guys. I have one extra little thing. Now this is a special little, we could pick this guy, and I'll spawn some of these just to see if we can get some rare skeletons. This is one little thing that Dinnerbone didn't actually say originally, but some people figured out fairly quickly. Look, there's a skeleton in full gold, and right now their arms kind of stick out, which is weird. But he is pretty cool looking. Let's see if we can kill him and get anything, if we're lucky. Oh, look, he dropped a gold pants and a gold helmet, and see the gold boots, sorry, and the gold boots actually don't really have that much durability left in them, but it's still pretty cool. Okay, so what did Dinnerbone add? Now these villagers over here, they make it look a little suspicious. Why are they in fences? Well, that's because, oh, there's a zombie with a sword. I'll just let him do his dirty deed over there. There we go. Now that's what I wanted, a zombie villager. Now, your villagers have turned to zombies. What do? Well, you can do something about it. If you take a splash potion of weakness, there's a little bit of a step here. You hit him with a splash potion of weakness. You can see he's got that gray effect on him. And then you right click on him with a normal golden apple. This is the one done with the golden nuggets, I believe. Now right click him, and look, the effect has turned to red, and we got a little wiggle zombie. He's just gonna wiggle. Now he will wiggle, and I'll cut here and come back at the end to show you. But eventually he will turn back into a villager. So this is a way, not too expensive. I mean, you're only using normal golden apples, so it's not that costly. But this is a way to get your villagers back when they turn into zombies. And now you have a good shot of him with his zombie head. That's crazy looking. So yeah, these zombie villagers, I can also mention, they can also spawn with armor on. I had one earlier. I can throw a screenshot in here to show you. When they spawn with the helmet, it like sits atop their head really weird. So that is kind of funny. But yeah, I'll cut here, and eventually you'll see this little guy cured. But I just want to say thanks for sticking with me, guys. This is kind of a long snapshot. Look at the light there. It looks so cool. There's a lot of stuff this week, and this is all for 1.4, so it's probably a bit off, but it's exciting. I like when they add a lot more stuff to survival and not just you know, blocks to build with and stuff, because I really like the survival part of the game. Now, these zombie villagers are probably my favorite thing to be added in a while, so thanks for watching, guys. Leave me a like if you don't mind. It definitely helps me out. And I will see you next week, and we'll see what else they can come up with to add. It's been a lot of craziness this week. So, my potion ran off. So that means I'm going to go, and I'll cut real quick here, and I'll show you when he transforms. So, thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye. Oh, there he goes. He's back. I just set the time to day, and it jumped him forward enough to change. Poor little guy. He was wiggling. Now, it doesn't save the data of what type of villager they are, I think, because when they're zombie villagers, they're basically just considered zombies. But it makes them into a villager, so this is a way, if you can isolate and not kill your zombie villagers or have them kill you, you can get your little villagers back. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. My little villager guy is very happy to be alive again, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.